All right. Wale, what's up, bro? I have you here on the call, man. I'm excited to have you today, man. How's everything?
Man, everything is fine, man. Thank you for having me, man. Everything is fine. Blessed, man. It's just been a good start to the week so far. What about
Yes,
yourself?
man. Oh, it's been amazing. Honestly, we just want to so many people are honestly coming and asking us how to get access to funding. And I just felt like they have to know how to get access to everything. They have to know how to be able to utilize funding to actually scale their business, which is why I
Absolutely.
wanted to bring you on because you're a partner of ours that actually helped us acquire the information to scale, acquiring the information to use funding so that we can use it towards our benefit when it comes to marketing. And honestly, I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions so the people that are watching this video know why it's important to actually access funding. Okay.
Absolutely.
So what's the most amount of money so far have we generated in funding for clients so far?
Man, I would say we did over $500,000 in approvals for these clients. And this has been a mix of your 0% business interest credit cards for 12 months,
Mhm.
which everybody wants because everybody does wants for that interest. And then the second thing is, man, the lines of credit. So we kind of just have a mixture of the business lines of credit and the 0% interest business credit cards.
So why do most business owners see sometimes funding as debt instead of as an investment?
Great question, man. So you got two sides of the spectrum, right? You got
Mhm.
debt and then debt free, right? So when we get into the whole aspect of thinking about debt, right, we're looking at it as bad debt. But sometimes what business owners and aspiring entrepreneurs need to understand is that sometimes having debt is good debt, right? Because
Mhm.
that debt that you're creating, you're putting yourself in, guess what? You're taking that and you're putting to a cash flowing asset versus, you have the other side about it where you can get the money, you're getting these $100,000 in credit card debt, right? Because you're not doing anything with it. So I think that's the problem that we have today is that sometimes people don't know what to do with the money versus
Mhm.
spending it and putting it, making those right investment choices.
Correct. So like why do you believe like access to capital is the ultimate acceleration for a business that already has a working offer? Obviously, I know the answer, but I would love to know like why do you believe access to more capital will really accelerate someone's offer?
Oh man, it's simple. You're a business owner, right? And I'm a
Yeah.
business owner. So of course the whole end goal is for us to retire. So the only way for us to retire is to have access to that extra capital. So guess what? We can now scale our business. We can go scale to go make even more money, right? Because nowadays everybody doesn't have $50,000 or $100,000 liquid cash
Correct.
sitting in order to go make the right investment and to go scale their businesses, right? So why not use OPM, right?
Correct.
The old trick in the hat, using other people's money. And what we're gonna go do is, a simple trick that I like to do. I like to first go ahead, man, and look and see what major banks or major credit unions that have those 0% interest business credit cards. So that
Hmm.
way, let's say, hey, Q, we go and find a real estate cash flowing asset, right? We can use the whole 50, $60,000 for that year and not have to worry about paying it back until that second and third year. But it's now cash flowing assets is now going. So then at that
Hmm.
point, now we can go pay off that 0% interest business credit card and do it all over again.
So what are like the obviously you've been able to help all of my clients, and obviously for those who are watching me already know I scale over 123 restaurants currently active right now here in Connecticut, plus on
Absolutely.
top of like other business owners
Yeah.
um outside of our coaching program.
Yeah.
What are the top funding options that are available like right now for small business owners?
Ah, man, the top funding options. And for one, your American Express business credit cards.
Hmm.
Right now they're giving out bare minimum $50,000 to $60,000 for clients that do qualify. And the good thing about it is they don't have the 12 0% interest that everybody wants to look for, but they have 6 months. And so I feel like that 6 months, that gives you a little bit of time and leeway to not only
Hmm.
start that business up and to go ahead and
Hmm.
get that cash flow and generating. So then at that point you can go ahead and start to pay down, that business credit card. Another bank that's real good right now is Chase. They still offer the 0% interest business credit cards for 12 to 18 months. And
Hmm.
then the third bank that I love, man, is US Bank. And right now they're handing out $25,000 in the business line of credit
Hmm.
and $25,000 in 0% interest business credit cards. Now, the thing is
That
though,
and that's
with
amazing.
yeah, they're real amazing. The only thing is though, when I tell, some of the clients like, hey, the lines of credit, you have to qualify with your business being open for at least bare minimum 2 years. So that's the
Mm,
only stipulation that comes with a line of credit versus the business credit cards. That's what a lot of
mm.
things, a lot of information that people don't know.
And like But like, how much capital do you believe a business should be aiming to secure based on their goal to scale within the next like the 6 to 12 months? Because obviously I go over the scaling and positioning offer, but how much
Absolutely.
capital based on all the clients we've been dealing with that you've been seeing on the funding side of helping all our clients get access to, what capital should they, what's like a good set amount of capital?
Honestly, man, nowadays everybody is trying to go for 150,000, 200,000, 250,000. And that
Mhm.
just goes back to earlier, where we're talking about. You need to know where you want to put this money at for it to start to generate, that cash flow. So that way, of course,
Correct.
so you can get yourself out of debt, right? And
Correct.
just being very transparent, very honest, 80 to $100,000 has been the sweet spot. That way, the client is not a burden over the head. Let's say that business isn't generating money the first 6 months to 12 months of the year. Okay,
Yeah.
they know that they have 0% interest business credit card, so they don't have to worry about paying back that money, as time goes on. So I
Correct.
would say 80 to $100,000 is a sweet spot. That way, financially, the client know they can still maintain that until that cash flowing asset or business they have is cash flowing.
Yeah. What are like the, and that's key because obviously what they're going to learn in this workshop is they're literally going to know how to not only sell, scale, and position, but having access to that funding that the funding department is able to help them get with literally no upfront cost. I think that's what I love. I think that's the beauty of what you're building and what we're able to
Absolutely.
do and how we're able to help people just all around. You help me expand my business outside of Connecticut,
Absolutely.
and I think that's the beauty of it. What's like the most common mistakes most entrepreneurs make when they're trying to actually get funded for their business?
Man, the most common mistakes that I see now, man, and this the past 5 years of me being in this business is that you have those entrepreneurs or your, financial moguls that tell you, hey, go open up a 2-week-old LLC and then walk inside of Chase, Truist, or US Bank and go see if you can qualify for 50 to $100,000. And that's not the case. That's not true. And I'm just being transparent. Nowadays these businesses, or the banks itself, they're requiring your LLC to be open for at least 2 years bare minimum for you to at least qualify for these 0% interest business cards. And
Wow.
it gets to a point to where all this falsified information is passed around. So now all these clients are expecting to get this amount of money and it's not happening. So with that being said, coming to us, we'll make sure that your business is structured out properly. So
Mhm.
then, you can qualify for these business loans, these business line of credit, and 0% interest business credit cards.
And you know why? That is so key because everything that we're going to cover on the entire workshop, I think you can literally give them the keys and tricks to lead them up to obviously booking a call with you and the whole entire team and to
Absolutely.
make sure that they can get access. Like what is the process that a business owner, obviously we're not going to go too much because obviously we don't want to spoil the whole entire workshop,
Yeah.
but basically what is the amount of access of limited time that we can actually help each entrepreneur and business owner acquire these assets?
Keep it short and simple. 2 weeks. If you meet the requirements as far as having your personal credit structured out and then your business structured out, man, bare minimum, it'll take us at least 2 weeks to get you approved for at least $100,000 in business funding. Now, I will say this though, there are still tips and tricks and hacks, and I'm gonna give the team one gem. There's tips and tricks,
Hmm.
right? So let's say you did just start up a brand new LLC, right? And obviously, you don't necessarily qualify for the business credit cards, right?
Hmm.
What we can do to 100%.
Oh, I don't know if we should give that away.
Oh,
I don't know if
oh,
we should give
okay,
that away.
okay,
We'll
okay,
save that one for the
okay.
workshop because that's too much free information.
Absolutely. Okay.
Because you helped me acquire this $50,000 first time round by doing that for our business with 3 different LLCs.
Yeah.
And now
Okay.
we're doing it for like all our clients. We're not gonna give that one out. We're gonna wait for
Okay.
them
You're right.
to
We'll
get
wait.
to.
We'll wait.
We're gonna. That's in the workshop, and they're gonna love that one because that's free information. That's
Okay.
free information. So obviously, scaling to stay alive versus scaling to multiply is probably our biggest factor here.
Yeah.
And what would you say our mission is for each entrepreneur, whether they're a startup company, a business owner, a small business owner, or just an individual entrepreneur? What would be our mission for each individual?
My mission for each individual, man, just make sure that you have a business plan, right? That just goes back into you don't want to mismanage these funds because guess what? With us connecting them to our direct underwriters and all
Correct.
these funds are mismanaged, they're missing the payments and now they're charged off. And now it's become to the point to where now these underwriters don't trust us as the consumer to get these clients, you know, in the best financial position as possible. So I would say is to put the customer first and to make sure that, you know, we're the right program in the right situation for them. Cause, you know, not everybody can make their relationship work. So I kind of like to break the ice and just take them through qualifying questions, man, as far as, you know, what's your business game plan? You know, do you have any cash flowing going on right now? You know, what is your
Hmm.
exact plan in the next 6 months, 12 months to a year on exactly where do you see your company at and how much do you
Hmm.
see yourself being able to scale?
Yep. And you know what? And this is the roadmap that we're going to create for everyone on the call, because I think even you just kind of breaking it down like this, because they hear all these information that separates, and I think that's what truly separates us from what people call gurus, because
Yeah,
gurus is just, they're just watering information out. They're not really looking to actually help the individual. And
exactly.
I'm not putting someone else down. I'm just being like realistic. You know, we all
Absolutely.
have been through the process where we have saw someone that has X amount of dollars, X amount of results. And when it comes to just a small company, when it comes to a small individual, when it comes to somebody growing, that's why I built Sells More Offers Challenge, because it's a free community. It's free.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? There's that
Yep.
we benefit. No, we don't benefit off of it.
Mhm.
You know, and we want people to grow. And when you see the value we give, especially you, Wale, especially when Tay comes on and all the other guests, and especially for Whitney that will be on that call helping all the ladies. It's
Absolutely.
important to know that scaling, selling, positioning is going to be enhanced if we can get you funded. And I
Absolutely.
think that that's why this call is going to be so just so amazing, which is on our online calls. And I can't wait for us to have our
Great.
in-person event, because
Perfect. Perfect.
that's gonna be insane, man. But obviously, bro, thank you. We can't wait to see everybody on that Sales More Offers Challenge. You guys will
Absolutely.
see Wale there, and you will see other guests that will be breaking down free information. Go ahead down below and register and get access to everything we offer today. And you can book your 15-minute call with us so that we can help you qualify and see where you're at in this whole entire process of actually getting funded. And if you approve, we can help you get access to that in just under 2 weeks. You heard it here first from Wale. I didn't say it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just to add on to that, man, you know, just the ending quotes, man. I'll tell everybody too, man. Whenever you know trying to go get some business funding or where you trying to approach someone, see how that business owner is approaching you, right? I don't how I like to move. I don't want to look at every client as a transaction, and that's the problem with business owners today. They're just
Seriously,
looking to make a dollar off you. No, that's not what I
seriously.
want to do. I want to put you and your family in the best position as possible to succeed, man. Because at the end of the day your success solely depends on me. You know, for you to scale that business, I have to get you that money. But before I do that,
Correct.
you know, let's break the ice. Let's build a rapport with one another first, and let's see exactly, you know, what you're looking at. And like I said, man, just once again, I don't like to look at the client as a transaction. Let's look at us as like business partners because you're dependent on
Correct.
me and I'm dependent on you.
Correct. And our business actually only grows from referrals.
Yeah, yeah,
End of the day, our business only grows from referrals. I know everybody
absolutely,
does ads, and ads are good, and I teach on ads. But I mostly focus on growth that comes from inside the business, not
organic.
outside the business. You
Yes,
know
sir.
that organic word of mouth marketing is always going to be the best type of transformation in your business when
A
everybody's
thousand,
talking about what you did for them.
a
And that's why I
thousand.
feel, obviously, just to end it off, that's why, being a Christian entrepreneur really sets us, not, I wouldn't say higher, it just sets us apart because we're looking to serve each individual, you
Absolutely,
know, versus to get something out of it.
absolutely.
And we're
I
only
love
going to
that.
grow that way, and I think the most successful people understand that too as well. That the servants serve the most, you get the most. All right.
Absolutely, I love
I'm
it. You're
excited
only
to see this
successful as your
workshop,
circle.
man. I'm
I'm
excited for this
excited too.
workshop.
I'm excited too, man.
Excited for this, man. We're gonna give out some free game on all different types. So if you haven't registered yet, and you're still watching this video, go down. I don't even know why you're still watching this video. Go register.
Register down below.
Yeah, go register, man. I appreciate you, Wale. Y'all can't wait to see you on the call, man. Catch you later.
Absolutely. Talk to you soon, brother. Peace.